Hey friend, today we're talking lunges and split squats. How to do them, what's good form, what's bad form, how to start if you've never done them before, how to progress them, lots of varieties, including different ways to load them, what to do if balance is an issue. And I have to tell you, balance is not something that I count as one of my strong suits. I kind of look like a baby giraffe on roller skates when I'm doing some unilateral exercises. It's something I've gotten better at. Something I've practiced. I've learned a lot from my own coach about balance. So I'm going to share some tips with you about what to do if balance is a bit of a struggle for you with lunges and split squats. So a lunge and a split squat, very similar, slight difference. I'm going to show you that difference here. So a lunge always has a step involved. Maybe that step is forward. That step might be to the back. That step might even be to the side. So there's always a stepping motion involved with a lunge. With a split squat, it is a static motion. So once you are set in the position, the motion is up and down. There is not a step involved. And that's the difference between the two. We're going to talk about both of them today as far as form and programming them and all of those things. So good form from the ground up. Let's go. Feet about hip width apart. Keep your hips facing forwards at all time. A really great cue I heard years ago that has stuck with me. Pretend that you have headlights here in your hip bones and you want your headlights to be shining forward at all time. At no point do you want your headlights drifting over to the side. So here, engage your core, keep them facing forward. All right, keep tension here in your abs, and then you're gonna have a slight forward lean here. We'll talk more about adjusting that lean to emphasize different muscles, quads versus glutes later, but now just for good form, we want to have a slight forward lean, and that is to help make sure that when you're lunging, you're not going to be hyperextending your back. So you're not going to try and stay in a super upright position when you're lunging. You're not trying to stay here. Slight forward lean. Okay, so let's talk form once we've actually started the movement. First thing, you want to keep your base of support the same. So your feet are about hip width apart. You want it to stay that way, whether you're stepping forward or whether you're stepping back. You want to keep that same base of support width. Think about it as if your feet were on railroad tracks. You want your feet to stay on the two parallel lines, like so, versus letting it come in and almost makes it feel like you're walking the tightrope or the balance beam. You see that? This is one of those things that can help you with balance. Keep your base of support the same. Okay, next thing we want to think about. You want to keep your heel down. Watch my front foot. I'm keeping my heel down. This is going to keep your knee safe. Where you can run into knee trouble doing lunges is if you let that heel come up. So I'm going to do that now so you can see what I mean. So I'm stepping back. See how I can let my heel up, pushing through the toe. Keep that heel down to come up and down. You should be pushing through the heel of that front foot. See that? You are standing balanced. Imagine if your foot's a tripod. There's pressure here and here, and there's pressure here. So you have balance there. The heel stays down, and then you're going to drive through that heel. Same thing if we were doing a forward lunge. Okay, here we are doing a forward lunge. Still driving through the heel of that front. Another really important thing to keep in mind as far as your knees, watch my knee as I go down. Go, I'm lunging down. You see that? See how my knee's coming in toward the midline of my body? No good. Watch again. I'm going to keep my knee here. Keep it actively pressed out in line with your second or third toe, not drifting in here. Watch again. I'm going to do it the wrong way. And now I'm going to do it the right way. You see that? Super important to keep your knees safe. Your stride length and how much forward lean you have can target more quads or more glutes. So if you're looking to target your glutes, take a longer stride and have more of a forward lean. And you will feel this more here, okay? Like that. If you are looking to target more quads, have a shorter stride length and a more upright torso. And when I say more upright, I still don't mean hyperextended. Just a tiny, tiny forward lean. This, I can feel more in my quads. Both good form, both targeting a different muscle. They will still both work each of those muscles. They'll just target one versus the other. So if balance is a limiting factor for you, there's a couple of things you can do. First, know that it's totally valid to use bracing. So you can simply grab onto something and hold on with one hand. Hold on lightly, like don't be clinging on for dear life. It's obviously going to help improve your balance the more you get away from doing that. If you actually want to work on getting better at your balance, there's a couple of things you can do. One thing that has helped me a lot is creating as much tension in your body as possible, taking your hand, if you're only holding one dumbbell, and taking the hand that's not holding the dumbbell, putting it out to the side, and thinking of it like there's a rod in there and it is tight. Like you are squeezing your fist hard, and you are generating all kinds of tension here, okay? And then performing the move. Also, and this is something I learned from my coach, squeezing the weight super, super hard, really creating that tension there. Doing that really helps to keep your balance. So you can do both of those. If you're holding a weight in this hand and stepping back, here, tension here, here, boom. So much tension there, that really helps. A couple of other ones that are a little bit strange. Again, I learned these two from my coach. Taking your tongue and putting it on the roof of your mouth and pressing. I can't really talk. It works. It's really weird. I have no idea why that works. Another one is finding a spot out on the floor, a couple of feet ahead of you, and staring at that spot while you do it. So this is a lot to think about. That's why I was saying my balance is going to be a little bit shakier as I was talking to you. Usually I have to really concentrate to keep my balance during lunges. So watch. I'm going to stare at the spot out there, tongue on the roof of my mouth, bracing my weight really hard. I'm going to actually grab a weight. I have those here. I'm not sure why I'm pretending that I have a weight because I have a whole bunch of them. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna hold the weight, I'm squeezing it hard. This hand is out, tongue, roof of my mouth, staring at a spot out there. Here we go. So give those tips a try to help with your balance. If you are just starting out with lunges, start by doing a split squat. So get into position, here you are, and I would say do it without weights at first. Just give it a try. Really get this motion down, and then add weights. From there, I would suggest going into a reverse lunge. So here, those are reverse lunges. After that, there are all kinds of ways you can take this. Something important to note, if you struggle with knee issues, with knee pain, reverse lunges are more knee-friendly than a forward lunge. So, if forward lunges give you pain in your knee and you're sure you're doing with good form, stick with the reverse lunges. I'm going to show you a whole bunch of variety of lunges and split squats, ways to load them. There's so much variety possible.
Oh,
And you can really use these anywhere in your training program. You could use them as a main move. If you load them up heavy, a heavy Bulgarian split squat for 6 reps per leg, that could be your main move of the day. You can use them in that 8 to 10 rep range as an accessory movement. All of these ones I've shown you today can fit there. You can use them in a higher rep range, 12, even higher. They're great as part of finishers. You can do, I know some crazy people right now doing 50 per leg walking lunges as a finisher. You can really use them anywhere in your program if you load them appropriately. Get your form down, really nail that. Work on that balance piece. Remember, you can always brace it. Try not to cry. Actually, no, crying is totally acceptable. I cry sometime in the gyms. I cry, I laugh, I pee. It's all acceptable. Have fun. Hit me up if you have any questions. You can drop any questions below, and I'm happy to help you with anything I know about lunges and split squats.